Ladies and gentlemen, I have a replay none other than one that you guys have never seen before on this channel. Now you might be thinking, well, no crap, we've never seen this video before, because that would kind of be repetitive. But what I mean is a video that is just not like this one, because this one is a 2 versus 2 where I am controlling one army, Ty is controlling another army, and this is actually from a campaign that we are playing offline, like on our own. So this is a massive 2v2 here where you will see our tactics in full effect. So on one side, we are the vampires, right? We're doing our own vampire let's play, like our own vampire, how do I put that? Yeah, our own like vampire let's play, right? But on the other side, we are currently, or I am currently at war with Bretonia. I've been at war, or no, this is Casserone. Yeah, this is Casserone. But I've been at war with them for a while, and this battle was so out of the blue and so insane that I was like, this is going to be my video for today. Because this also shows some pretty, like, real tactics from the game. So, I know you can't see like who's controlling who, but the best way I can describe it is anything from probably like these zombies, like all these zombies here and all of these units over here are controlled by Ty. Over here on the left, all of this stuff is controlled by me. And for those of you that are new viewers to this channel, Ty is one of my like best friends in real life. I play a ton of games with him. He has a YouTube channel. He hasn't uploaded in a bit because he, how do I put this? He's very unmotivated, but he will make a comeback eventually, alright? But in this video, so how this battle all came about was, they declared war on me, and they are doing a massive push against me, and I was not ready for this war at all. So I had this, like, one of my best 20 stacks here. My general is Odert Ratep. He is probably my best general that I have at this point in my campaign, and he has one of the best 20 stacks I have. He has Graveguard, like a ton of Graveguard. He also has, let's see here, where are they at? I think it's over here maybe. Yeah, I also have 3 Magic Chariots. I have the Mourngulls. I have some Blood Knights who, if you guys don't know, Blood Knights are probably arguably the best best cavalry in this game. We also have some dire wolves leading the charge up front alongside some fell bats and a Vargulf. And then over on the right, I am controlling a couple of these units. I am controlling these crypt horrors and I believe, yep, these dire wolves up here. But like a lot of the fell bats and stuff, Ty is controlling. But since this is a campaign battle, it works a little bit differently. So I said it's a 2v2, but what we are looking at is just one of the armies right now. The other one is yet to reinforce. So our tactic in this battle is we are going to... Is there any way to draw? Nope. There's, in fact, no way to draw. But our tactic was to push straight forward here. We are going to try to condense them into this tiny area because they are on the defense. They were besieging one of my settlements. I came out of the settlement to attack. And so the settlement garrison is the army that Ty is controlling. But I was like, we need to just keep them in this as tightly, like as tight as possible here. So we can just kind of condense them down, destroy their archers, we'll be good. Especially because their reinforcements, as you can see here, it does have a trebuchet. And trebuchets will absolutely destroy us. So I am like full force pushing ahead. But the worst part about the vampire faction is if we look here, this unit speed, 31. 29. Like, it is horrible how slow some of these units are. Crypt Ghouls have 40, but Graveguard have 27 speed. So some of these units are moving so slow that the reinforcements are already coming in. The Enchantress is on the battlefield alongside her reinforcing army. Now, another thing about the vampires that is really good is they do have scare abilities. And if you look, a lot of these units are either peasants or just men at arms. So we will be able to scare them decently easily here. Right now we're starting to kite our dire wolves a little bit, try to get them to draw a little bit of fire. The blood knights do take a volley there, but it's not going to be doing too much damage. They will just pull out. Pause. Yep, for those of you that were gonna rip me for that one, I got the pause off there. But Crypt Ghouls are pushing up and around the top here. An excellent move. Trying to utilize some of our faster paced movements. Ty is deciding to push some units up and around. He also has some fell bats up in these trees. And as you can see here, we do have Louis de Milnor, the Fey Enchantress, and Guillaume Dufort pushing forward into the front lines here. We do have some skeleton warriors pushing up that they're going to start clashing into, and a very nice charge from both of them into those front lines, and a tree also comes on those skeleton warriors, or comes onto those skeleton warriors. Now over here on the far left, we do have Mongols and the Vargolf starting to push forward here. I got the grouping that I wanted. So as you can see up here on this map, you can see that it is exactly how I would like it to be at the moment. You can see that we have them really well condensed here. I do have fell bats flying over the top of the battlefield right now, and I'm going to do my best to take out these blessed field trebuchets, because if we do that, they are going to be so screwed when it comes to taking out our large numbers of units. But now we're going to go in slow-mo, get up in front, and look at our Grave Guard going head-to-head with the men at arms here. Grave Guard are one of the best infantry that this faction has to offer, the vampires have to offer. So they should be ripping through these ripping through the swordsman stuff just like they are. So that should be an easy win up front for us. And as well, their morale is already starting to tank a little bit, not only from being frightened by our enemy units, but at the same time, just because they are, how do I put this? Getting absolutely destroyed. But also at the same time, I am pushing my Vampire Lord over to the left side here. I really need to win this left side. Most of this left side is being fought right now by a, how do I put this? A combined mix of very large units. You can see that my Vargolf and stuff like that are fighting over here. But it's a little rough. It's a rough fight for sure. I'm kiting Blood Knights constantly, trying to just use them as pinballs, and we do get some pretty decent charges here, but they're gonna have to get out of this situation before they get stuck in melee, because a lot of these units are anti-large. But that's not stopping the Vargolf by any means, by already having 22 kills, and this thing is kicking off beautifully. I believe I try to use a spell here. Yep, he's firing. I never actually got to see this spell in the battle, so oh, there it is. Let's see what it does here. Well, that seems a bit underwhelming. That's it? Oh, well, that was a bit underwhelming. Jeez, I thought that was going to be some massive explosion. But nope. Nope, unfortunately not. Oh my god. Flying guys and stuff in the background as well. The Vargolf is going in, baby! Yes, sir. Alright. But yeah, guys, this battle is going very, very well for us at this point. We have them where we want them. Now, the Enchantress is starting to make a decent hole in our lines here. So Ty is moving some Skeleton Warriors to try to help out and plug this gap. But things are going a little bit more difficult than we initially thought on the right. We thought we'd be able to hold the right decently. Crypt Ghouls, both units of Crypt Ghouls do end up getting broken by these Grail Guardians, who had an excellent downhill charge on them. And I've had to push in my Crypt Horrors to help try to take out these Grail Guardians, which this is not at all what Crypt Horrors should be used for. These Crypt Horrors should be up here just tearing up these units, but it is not the case at the moment. But thankfully, the left side is being completely shattered by our men at this point. It is going very, very well for us. The Vargolf is still just tearing things up alongside those Blood Knights. We are also starting to see a downhill charge from those Mongols. And yeah, things are going very, very good for us. You can see men flying everywhere. And we also... So I don't really know how to use these corpse carts, and I didn't figure it out until later on, that corpse carts, if you look up here, this is what they do. They have passive abilities. So they just boost the units around, which I didn't know at the time. So yeah, that was definitely something that I should have known before going into that, especially with the amount of hours I put into this game. But I've never really used them, so you gotta cut me a break. But back over to the middle here, we do see a defeat of Ty's Skeleton Warriors here. and I'm having to immediately start to rush units over to try to help out. I'm pushing over 2 more units of Graveguard to try to help out here. We have some Crypt Ghouls and more Graveguard already engaged up here in the front lines. But yeah, things are just still going very, very difficult for us in the middle. We do start to, you can see that men are starting to break over here and waver. As again, you can see that we just have fell bats and so many things in the back that are just ripping up these poor retreating men. A lot of those units are shattering off the battlefield completely, and we are getting exactly what we wanted out of this fight. You can see that since we condense them so much, we can move our very, very slow moving units around the battlefield to help out very, very easily. And that is exactly what we needed out of this fight. Crypt Horrors now still fighting those Grail Guardians, and it is not really going too well for them. They're just not meant for this kind of combat, like I mentioned earlier. They're doing everything they can to take out these Grail Guardians, though. But this is just not what they're meant for. So I believe some Fellbats do come over at a later date to try to help them out here. But it's definitely hard, as we're kind of just stuck in everywhere. We do have some zombies fighting over here, which is hey, you know what? Let the zombies cook, I guess. I don't really know what the zombies are cooking, especially this dude that has no head. But they're cooking something. They're cooking something. And over here on the left, it is a complete rout for us. We absolutely smash on the left. The Fey Enchantress does break off the battlefield, as my general did start to engage both the lords in melee. He is absolutely sick, and now the Grail Guard does start to destroy this hero here, and my general runs over to destroy him as well. As you can see, they're already starting to open up the attack on that general, and having that regen too is just absolutely broken. And now you can see that more and more Grave Guards starting to pour over to help out these help out the right flank, where our strategy was to just hold until the left flank can get over to help. And now that the left flank is starting to get over there to help, you see that the Grail Guard is just starting to rip through the humans, which is exactly what we needed here. And I mean, look, a lot of these humans just have pitchforks at this point. We've killed the best of their army, and now we are just eating their units away, just carving them out absolutely beautifully. Over here on the right, those fell bats we're talking about do come over to help out against those Grail Guardians. I wasn't really expecting the fell bats to do too much against them, but as you can see here, spreading out these Grail Guardians is helping a lot with and you can see there, wavering army losses. And ladies and gentlemen, this fight was beautiful in order to get this win. This win, let alone a couple other things that happened, allowed us to push forward farther south and take all of that territory. So up on the screen is the casualties from this battle. If I remember right, I believe the Blood Knights had like over 200 kills in this fight. Absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much again for hitting 700 subs. If you guys did enjoy this video and would like to see more like it in the future, of course, let me know in the comment section down below. Hit that like and sub button, and of course, I will see you all next time. Peace.